But this new feature that we've been working on, and it has some capabilities now, we'll have more basically within this quarter, is this multi-dimensional reporting. And this thing has legs. It's going to take a while to start demonstrating to people all the things that can be done with it. But the idea behind it is that when we gather all of this information, it's tagged and organized in the database system in such a manner that it makes it very easy to pull it out for reporting purposes. So you can start asking the questions, or your customers can start asking the business kind of questions, like how is this plant doing, or how are all of these device types doing, or how, so you can do it by geography, you can do it by time, or you can do it by the equipment. And soon we'll be adding a customer component, which means your customer, whoever the job's being done for. And so you can start to break it down by how are we doing on digital work for a certain customer, or how are we doing on all the work for a certain customer last year, and how does that compare to this year? And the user interface is fairly straightforward to build those queries. It's not like it's a database query system or some complicated thing. You just set up a series, what we call a series, data series, and then it'll go into graphs. You can do reports on it and all sorts of stuff. The flexibility is amazing, and it's the sort of thing that we really want out there so that the experienced users in the field can start pulling the information that they want from the cloud, generating meaningful reports, and then ultimately having them generated automatically if we need. So this we're happy to talk about more offline, as well as take suggestions or information you might have about it. So a few numbers about Maxwell, just to let you know where we are. We have over 42 million measurements in the system right now, and it's growing continually. So we have thousands of registered devices, and it's used by Fortune 50 companies all the way down to sole proprietors. So we use this same Maxwell infrastructure to do our custom profiling business for the photographer side of things. We have a color valet solution that we do for that, which allows unlimited profiling of a single device for a period of time. And the photographers are loving that, so it's great. So we can adapt the system for different uses, which is great. We can also do it in different imaging industry segments. So one of the reasons we've won some of our larger customers is the flexibility of the system. For instance, one of them, all the targets are in RGB. Obviously the printing isn't in RGB, but they send their work to their service providers in RGB, so that's how they wanted to monitor it. And that's okay, we can do that. So we were able to configure Maxwell to do that. So there's a lot of flexibility in the system. The pricing for Digital PressWatch, for one press for a year is $9.99. Bundling brings it down. Basically, the more presses there are, the less it'll cost. We have another bundle for 3 presses per year, which saves $500 off that. We're also bundling it with the ISIS and the ISIS XL. They're a great bundle. X-Rite loves that idea, as you can imagine. We have a bundle that we're offering, but also we have a special. So the ISIS and ISIS XL, $35.95 or $44.38, are those with, I believe it's a single press year with either of those. But we also have a limited time special. If you're looking at buying an ISIS, this is an ISIS XL at a very good price with basically PressWatch thrown in as well. So contact us offline if you're interested in that. But if you're interested in bigger things, we adjust the pricing sometimes. If the company is very large or doing a lot of data coming into us, we've modified things to make more sense. So if you have 1,000 presses, it's not necessarily going to be $1,000 per press, as you can imagine. At any rate, let's wrap this up. Thank you all for your time, and hopefully we will see you at some trade show soon. The next one we're at, as I mentioned, is Phoenix at the PIA Color Management Conference in December. So thanks all for your time.